City update.
So I think we're going to keep the city update pretty focused and relatively quick. Obviously, in light of Friday's events here in town, a lot of emotion and a lot of, I don't know, it's hard to know how to sort of put into words where everybody is. I think, Seth said earlier, I think just a lot of empathy is kind of where we're at for those involved, victim, family and relatives, those mourning loss of a loved one, all those involved on a professional level. I think it's not unfair to say that that's a pretty emotionally scarring and challenging event to go through. So I just think I want to sort of maybe take a moment and, for what that's worth, reflect here and share some thanks as well. A lot of agencies involved with the event Friday, and just want to take a moment and tip a cap to those and just say thank you for the professionalism and thoroughness that was displayed. Obviously our police department and staff here, tremendously cooperative and supportive for each other and for those around the scene. Winooski Fire Department, John Oddie in particular, who was here till way late in the night on Friday night, leading that group and helping with lighting at the scene, securing what was a pretty significant crime scene in terms of size. Code enforcement, Tenzin was on site really quickly and helping with kind of crowd control, which was much appreciated. Paul, who I think was sort of a behind the scenes element, but was actually down at his parents' house in southern Vermont, and he and I were in touch, and he was dealing with social media and the website, which was hugely appreciated. Our on-call guys from DPW, the many responding agencies, St. Mike's Rescue, Burlington Police, Colchester Police, UVM Police, Chittenden County Sheriffs, and then last but not least, the Vermont State Police, who is, as we all know, now taking up the investigation moving forward of the incident, but just a huge amount of professionalism and collegiality, and very great to work with throughout. So in spite of what was a really difficult situation, I think those groups and folks really made it as manageable and I don't know, as manageable as it could have been given everything going on. So, I feel bad starting the meeting on a somber note, but obviously would be remiss not to make mention of things there. I think please know moving forward, we're going to be working certainly with partners here, the school, police department, et cetera, trying to provide supports in the community where needed. I said this in a statement that I issued on Sunday, but please do reach out through the city if you need things, have questions, have concerns. Happy to answer those as we can. Certainly any detailed questions regarding the case itself are going through the state police at this point, and it's not us trying to hide anything. It's just that's where the authority line is at this point, and they're the ones investigating the details. So if there are specific questions there, I encourage people to reach out to the state police. And again, that press release is linked from our website. But I guess I don't know if there are any comments or questions here from council, but I think I'll sort of leave things at that. At this point,
I'd just like to express a really deep appreciation for all the work that people put in, again, in handling what's a very difficult situation, and to share that I think the words of inspiration that were also included in the city's release, and that I certainly move forward with full confidence that our community is going to bounce back and persevere through this with great tenacity towards the good characteristics that are on display here every day. So thank you very much to all the staff, though, for all the work that was done around the clock over the weekend. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Ray, do we have any kind of time frame from the state police on when we can expect releases or anything like that, or is it just all pending?
No, so their most recent release, which was, I believe, late Saturday, if I'm remembering correctly, has a fair bit of detail in it, and I think at this point that's as much as we're going to see for a bit. I don't have a sense from them at this point what timeline will be, and candidly haven't asked either. I think it's trying to, as I mentioned in my statement, they're trying to give them space to do their work, and they were here. I was here Saturday and a little bit Sunday, and they were here all day, both days, cranking away. So
once we pass a situation like that on to the state police, what is their civil requirements to report back to us? Is there anything, or is it just kind of sit with them?
it's their case at this point,
right,
moving forward. So I think we're on board to cooperate and support as we can. But in terms of their sort of responsibilities to us, there's nothing in that direction at this point. It's their case to investigate, and again, we'll support as we're needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there will be at some point, I would imagine, a conclusion in terms of whether, sort of an assessment of the situation
Correct.
and whether charges are in order or whatever the conclusion is. And at that point, at the point that they've reached the conclusion of their investigation, there will be some public information
Correct.
released, but
Correct.
we won't have that until it's available to the public.
Right. And then steps from there accordingly. But again, that's gonna be theirs to drive at this point, so. And it is, it's an interesting scenario in that it isn't one of our officers, so I think had it been, that would be a different situation. Certainly, we would
Right, I
be
forgot
pushing
that part of it,
ourselves.
that's right.
But given that it wasn't, I think we're more of an accessory to it and trying to keep in terms of information, but different level of involvement. So,
Thank you.
all right.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Okay.